up, everybody? This is Chad with Round 2. We're showing you all the new product that we've got coming out for this month for March 2023 in our new product spotlight. There's a lot of cool stuff coming this month. We've got 5 model kits we're going to show you guys, all from AMT. Some stuff for the automotive guys, some stuff for Star Wars, and some stuff for the big rig modelers as well. For 1/64 scale, there's a new release of Johnny Lightning Street Freaks we're going to show you, and there's also 2 Auto World Special Edition 64 scale cars. And then for the Auto World 118, we've got 4 cars to show you for that as well. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to start with the model kits. So starting off with model kits, our first AMT kit is the 1962 Chevy Impala convertible kit. So this is, of course, 1/25 scale, like most of our car kits are. There's some pretty cool features with this kit. It has the 409 engine with it. There's 3 different wheel options, steel wheels. There's a 5-spoke mag, and then there's a stock wheel style that goes with it. Also has featured optional velocity stacks, if you guys want to run the velocity stacks on that 409 engine. Detailed interior in this kit as well. And there's a look at the new decal sheet, which has a lot of really cool kind of mid-century modern looking graphics on it that are really sweet. So you've got these AMT cats kind of hidden in the decals. A lot of fun that you can have with the decal sheet for this 62 Impala convertible. And there's a look at the parts tree on the back of that one as well. You can see how that kit goes together. Next up, for the AMT Chevys, we've got the 1960 Corvette Street Rod. So this, what's cool about this kit, it's a 2-in-1. You can build it at stock or the Street Rod version. It comes with pre-decorated tires, has an all-new decal sheet with it as well. And we did stick with this vintage style packaging, although when this kit was initially released in this packaging, it was a 59. The tooling is actually closer to a 1960, so we're doing it as the 1960 this time instead. You can see some of the cool features and options for this kit if you want to do the Street Rod version. A custom cockpit tarp, custom headrest, custom aerials, the custom hood scoop, and there's a look at that 283 V8 engine. It comes with the kit as well, and there's a look there at a stock version. And for this one, there's that parts tree, pretty simple parts tree for this kit. So still got some pretty cool options for it, but one that should go together pretty quickly. Next up for AMT, we've got the 50 Ford convertible. Now this is another Street Rod kit, but this is a 3-in-1. You can build it stock as the custom Street Rod or as a drag version. So this includes pad printed tires with it. It's got the vintage style packaging, of course. We did expand the decal sheets with this one, with a lot of different options for the decals. And then being a 3-in-1, there's just a lot of cool features with the kit. So you can see a few of those custom different grille options, the Landau roof, custom rear bumper, custom rear pan. This one, actually, there's a parts count of like 199 parts in this kit. So a lot of features and options that come with this one. And there's a look at the stock version on the side. And you can see on the back here, there's that parts tree with all those different features. Next up, we've got a big one for the big rig guys, the International Paystar 5000 dump truck AMT kit. Another kit with a lot of parts, over 300 pieces in this, 1/25 scale. Some of the cool features with this, it does have a working dump bed once you build it up. It's molded in 3 colors, has an all-new decal sheet, and you can see on the box art here some of the other features that come with the kit. All along the side, the fully detailed Goodyear tires, 8-lug wheels on it, the dump body, the dump gate. You can see the removable hood for the engine in there. And there's also the accurate interior that comes with the kit, massive dual fuel tanks, construction equipment. Again, a look at how that dump body works, and then, of course, comes with the big instruction sheet in the kit. And look at all those parts on that one. So, huge release for that one. And then lastly, for the sci-fi guys, we've got Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace Naboo Starfighter. So what's really neat about this kit, kind of goes with some of our other Star Wars kits, it's a snap together. It's really easy to build, really quick to build. It comes molded in yellow. So it's a great starting kit. If somebody's just getting into it and wants to build up something quick, they can. This is the Naboo Starfighter from episode 1, but this ship has seen a big resurgence in popularity recently with the Mandalorian series. The new episode even just dropped the other day, so we were just watching that, where he drives a hot rodded up version of the Naboo Starfighter. So we're bringing the original back out again. You can see here the display base that comes with it. It's a picture of one that's built up with a little bit of extra painted details done to the build up on here. But you can see how those decals go on. Speaking of the decals, there's a look there at the sheet. And then on the back of the packaging, there's a look at basically how all the decals go together. So your decal placement guide there on the back. And of course some tips if you want to do weathered with charcoal dust or diluted black paint, or however you want to weather up your Starfighter. But another great one for that. So that's everything that we've got for models for March. A lot more coming for models. Next we're going to show you guys the 1/64 scale. So jumping into the 1/64 scale, we're going to start off with Johnny Lightning Street Freaks. So there's going to be 6 cars in this release, 2 color variations for each. Everyone who's familiar with our Street Freaks line, we like to have a lot of fun with our Street Freaks cars. We pick crazy themes, names for the cars, and wild paint jobs, and that's the big fun with Street Freaks. So for the first one, for the Zinger series, is the 2011 Chevy Camaro, the Zinger version of that. So we've got the big blown, scoop on the front of it. We've got the giant wing on the back. Of course, the jacked up rear end that all the Zinger cars have. But this one's really fun to put out because it's a newer take on an older Zinger. So the first release is here in orange with black striping on that. Second release, grape candy in purple, with the orange striping down the side of that car. And of course, some carbon fiber accents and stuff on the wing as well. Second in these Zingers, we have our 1958 Plymouth Fury Zinger. First one here, Furious, has a burgundy, white, and orange paint job on it. So really crazy paint job, almost in that style of how cars were hot rodded around the 90s. So had a lot of fun with that one as well. Big blown engine on that one. And then for the version B, it's white and green, a metallic green with blue striping going through the side of it. So another crazy fun paint job on that 58 Plymouth Fury. Next up for Street Freaks, we talked about how we've been doing our series for the 24 Hours of Lemons endurance racing. So this series is a ton of fun. I race in the series with a team. These are all based on actual 24 Hours of Lemons cars. So these are $500 beater cars that you race as long as possible. Try not to blow them up. This is based on a team out of Alabama. So they drive a 1986 Ford Thunderbird. So we used our casting of the 1986 Ford Thunderbird stock car. This casting has actually only ever seen one other paint job besides this. So it's almost like a new casting in the fact that it has not been out very many times. This one is the Thin Blue Swine car. So this team, they're a team of police officers. They have a lot of fun. They use a lot of local sponsors, one of them being their fellow police officers barbecue, competition barbecue team, which is called Thin Blue Swine. So they had a lot of fun with that. They're big NASCAR fans, so kind of went with a NASCAR paint job on their Thunderbird. And this car was featured on Ford Performance site. So again, a really cool story with the car. Version A is based on their actual car, and version B, for the color variation, of course, Thin Blue Swine, we had to go with blue car instead of the red, and went with Go Popo Go on the card there. So again, it's another series that we're having a lot of fun with, replicating real grassroots style race cars, and we'll have more coming out for that series as well, so keep an eye out for that. Speaking of beaters and local sponsors, our Demolition Derby series is back as well with the 1982 Pontiac Grand Prix stock car. So the theme for this one is, the first one is Eat Local or Beat Locals. And our designer, Mike G, he had a lot of fun with this one using some local sponsors, even a disc golf team that he knows. There's a local orchard that we use for the sponsors on here. Has kind of the green juice running down the side of it. Mike's Collision Service. So done up very similar to how Demolition Derby's cars are, where it's always a small local sponsor on the car. First version in two-tone green with orange and white lines on the tires. Second is in a red and orange version here. And on the card, predisposed for carnage. So again, just a lot of fun that we're having with the Street Freaks release. Next up, out of our Import Heat series, we went a little bit different with this one. This is the Import Heat Drift, so we used our 1990 Nissan 240SX custom casting. We did a release previously where we did it as more of a stock version. Well, this is the crazy drift version done up in the style of the Japanese drift cars. So some of the cool features with this, we put the name on the side as a smoke show for that drift car. Went with big chrome wheels on it. They usually run big chrome wheels in Japan. It's got the Altezza style chrome taillights on the back, which you see on a lot of those builds. And the really cool feature about this is we wanted to replicate the flame jobs and the fade paint jobs that are done on those cars. So our factory did do fade paint on this. That's not decal on the top here. They actually went with the blue and faded the purple paint on top of it to get that cool fade graphic, and then added the tampos over it. So really came out as a cool looking car. So the first version is in blue and purple. Looks great for that. Second is in yellow and red. I don't even know which version I like better. They both look great. This also has mirrored graphics on the other side of it, so you can't see it unless you open it, but the smoke show graphics are mirrored on the other side, similar to how they do with drift cars over in Japan. So a lot of fun that we had with that release as well. And then lastly, one more for the off-road series, and another really cool theme for this. This is our custom Holland Hurst. What we did with this one, took the Holland Hurst, put the big off-road tires on it. Our off-road series, we've been having a lot of fun taking different kinds of cars and doing them up in an off-road style. So this one being the custom Hearse, we decided to go with the theme of dirt nap. So it's all dirty, it's digging trenches in the ground, and it's got the dead man's hand painted on the roof on the top of that Hearse. Of course, the big blown engine. There's a second engine inside on this casting, so this is just a crazy, almost like gambler style off-road racer. First version being in black here with, of course, the mud thrown up on the side. And then the second variation is in brown. Has the mud thrown up on the side as well, and we went with white wheels on that one to match that vinyl top. So again, another fun, crazy theme. We like to do this with Street Freaks. We like to do crazy fun stuff, and we get to be a little more expressive with our Street Freaks release. So had a lot of fun with that. That's what we got for Johnny Lightning for March, but also for Auto World, we have a couple of special edition Auto World cars. So these are some cars that we are doing for, there's Mother's Day and Father's Day coming up, or you could do for mom or dad's birthday. We've got the new release for our 1984 Dodge Caravan, or that new casting, which is coming out in a release right now. First version is World's Best Mom, so it's done up. Everyone remembers Mom taking them and the soccer team out in the minivan. So we had some fun with that casting here. Put the team writing on the side of it, the Go Team, and it's got the little stick figures on the side, so really done up like a Mom mobile. And we just figured, hey, instead of getting Mom a boring old card, why not get her a die cast and have a little fun with it? So we did that version for Mom, and then we also have one coming for World's Best Dad. For this one, we went with the classic dad pickup truck, a Ford F-150. So this one is done in red, has the We Can Do It, as kind of some of the team graphics on the back window as well. So just a classic dad pickup truck, red pickup truck with the tan interior. And these do come with this display base and this card in here. So if you do open it up, they can look at the car, display it, keep the card. The card even has a another design on the back, so it can be flipped over as well. So another way we're just having fun with some of our 1/64 scale releases. That's everything we got for 1/64. More to come, of course. Next, we're going to do 1/18 scale. So for Auto World 1/18 scale cars, again, we have 4 cars to show you guys. We're going to start with 2 of our Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals cars. First one being the 1970 Buick GS Stage 1. So as with all of our Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals cars, this is based on a real car that was at the show in Chicago for Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals. The show always has the rarest cars that you can think of. This is definitely the case with this one. This GS Stage 1 is in burgundy mist color. It's actually one of only 108 made in that color. Has the white vinyl top on it, white interior, and even that number, one of 108, that included automatic cars. This car also has a 4-speed manual transmission with it and air conditioning. So it is a super, super rare variation for a Buick GS Stage 1. This 1/18 scale model has opening doors and hood, the detailed engine, steerable front wheels, precise accuracy, detailed chassis, and as with all of our Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals cars, you can see the photo of the actual car on the back here, how it was at the show. This was a car that was redone to be brought out to the show, but kept all of its original metal, and was owned by Ignacio Alonso, was the owner of this car. So one that we're really excited to replicate, and just a super cool part of Buick history. Also, for Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals, may look a little similar in color, but a completely different car, the 1969 Shelby GT500. Again, another car replicated from the show. This one has the white Shelby striping along the side of it, has the white bucket seat interior with it, has raised white letter tires on here, Goodyear tires on this one as well, opening doors and hood, detailed engine, steerable front wheels, and precise accuracy. Also, you can get a look at this car on the back, how it appeared at the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals. What was interesting about this one, it actually did not have to be rebuilt extensively to be in the show. It has all of its original metal as well on the car. Was really well taken care of, really well documented. Even though it did go through several different owners, it was always meticulously cared for, and is another great piece of history. So another fun Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals car to replicate for you guys. Switching gears a little bit, we've got the 1955 Chevy Bel Air coming out as well. This is a Hemmings classic car version from the September 2020 issue. So the cover car from that issue, which you can see on the top of the packaging here. This has opening doors and hood on this one as well. Detailed engine, steerable front wheels, accurate interior, and this is in Skyline Blue, two-tone Skyline Blue and India Ivory on the top. Has matching blue interior as well. A lot of great details on this one. And you can get a look here on the back, a little more information about that cover car for that Hemmings classic car. So great Tri-5 Chevy for that one. And then lastly, another really famous, really rare car for this release, the 1962 Pontiac Grand Prix Fireball Roberts Edition. So this comes with a 421 in it. This is based on their Fireball Roberts Edition that they did to commemorate Fireball Roberts' wins in NASCAR for 1962. So they were all in black, but they had gold accents on them in the grille. Has the gold wheels on it, the gold accents on the side to match the look of the NASCAR. And there were only 30 of these built by Pontiac, so you're probably not going to find a real one. Probably want to pick up a 118 version. A super rare, really cool piece of Pontiac history. This has opening doors, hood, and trunk on this one. Steerable front wheels also, and there's a look at some of the information on the back for that Grand Prix. So that is everything that we have for the month of March in 118 scale, in model kits, in 164 scale die cast. A lot of stuff coming out. Guys, if you're watching these videos and you like them, you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We did put out a ton of videos last month too, talking about all of our new tooling in 118 scale, model kits, some of the new slot car stuff coming out that we've been working on. So check all of those out, and our Instagram pages and our Facebook and round2corp.com. Thank you guys again for watching these videos. We'll see you in April.